Hello everybody, welcome to Rod Pitts Barbecue. My name is Rod Pitts. Today we're going to be making a pot of collard greens. These collard greens, here they are right here. Big giant batch of them. This is one plant. I had about 20 of these, so I gave a bunch away. All this stuff comes from the Brenham Garden. In today's batch of collard greens, we're going to use some of these fresh jalapeno peppers. Also from the garden, our first batch of fresh tomatoes, some yellow squash, and some cucumbers. So we were starting to make a lot of vegetables from the garden, and this is one of the ways that we're going to use them. All right, so this is the collard green stalk. We're going to take each leaf and we're going to put it in the sink, and we're going to wash each leaf. So this is a painstaking process, but you can see how big and each leaf is. But we need to make sure it's clean so that we're not eating any dirt in our batch of collard greens. I don't mind them being in each video. Oops. All right, so we're processing this collard green, but here's the newer tender leaves. I like to use them as well. So what we'll do is we'll just take these, kind of set them to the side, and then we'll continue pulling off these leaves so we get all of them pulled. We're getting pretty close. All right, this is all of the stalks pulled off the stem of the collard green. This part I don't cook at all. But now we're gonna wash each one of these leaves and get them prepared to cook. What I'm gonna do with each one of these leaves is cut off the bottom stem, like we're doing here. The bottom part of the stem can be tough, so we're just gonna cut it off and process each leaf. We'll wash each leaf after we get them cut off, but we'll do that for all these leaves. All right, so we've got each leaf processed, and now we're gonna wash each leaf. So literally, I'm gonna wash each one of them. And there's maybe, I don't know, 50 leaves here. But we don't wanna be eating dirt. So that's the process. I take each leaf and wash it. All right, here are all the leaves from that stalk of collard greens. So now we're going to process each leaf, and let me show you how that works. A little time consuming, but the end results are really tasty. So we'll take that leaf and we'll cut along the rib of the center of the leaf, and we'll cut each side. And then we'll take similar sized leaves and we'll stack them like that. And then we'll take the stalk, or the vein down the middle, and we'll slice those up, and we'll put those to the side, and we'll do that for this entire stack of leaves. That's one. Do one more to show you how it's done. So we put the leaves all in try to make them symmetrical, because we're going to end up slicing those later. Then we'll take the stalk, the vein, if you will. There we go. And we'll do that for this entire stack. There you go. All right, we're almost done. You can see the stack of leaves that we have here. All of these have already been cleaned. I'm using some of the stalks. Always have a good contrast in the batch of collard greens, but we're almost done here. All right, so this is all the leaves and stalks processed. Those are put in the colander and cleaned. And now what we're going to do is cut these leaves up, and this is the process I do. Everybody might do this a little bit different, but I don't like there to be too many stringy collard greens. I like them all to be pretty uniform. So I go by here and I make I don't know, maybe 2-inch squares out of them. And so there's collard greens. Maybe an inch square, maybe a little more, who knows. It's not an exact science, but We do that for all the leaves. And there they are, processed and ready to cook. So we'll do that for this stack as well. There you go, look at that. Looks like paper. All right, we got a pile of collard greens that have been cut up to cook. This is the last bunch of leaves that we're gonna slice up. So pretty soon we're gonna start the boiling process of getting these ready to eat. Just a couple more slices here. And there they are. There's all the collard greens from that bunch. We're gonna cook that down to tasty goodness. All right, this is the spices and bouillon we're gonna use. I'm gonna use better than bouillon chicken flavor. So we'll make probably 16 cups of this, and then I'm gonna spice it with salt, pepper, some soy sauce, garlic powder, onion powder, and all this will be to taste. I'm not measuring anything. I'm gonna throw a little bit of organic ginger in there as well. And to start with, we'll take this bacon in this big pot. This is usually my pot to make jambalaya. We're gonna do collard greens in it. And we're gonna just brown this bacon on the bottom, get a little bit of gratin down there, and then we'll also put these jalapeno peppers in there for flavor. Oh. This is the better than bouillon chicken flavor. So we're gonna just spoon some of that into our measuring cup. I don't really measure it out. I just know kind of how much needs to go in there. So then we're gonna add hot water to this. Get that. Stir it around and dilute it into the hot water. There you go. All right, so we're browning this bacon. That's going to be bacon flavored collard greens. We've got chicken broth diluting in hot water. I'm going to chop up garlic and jalapeno peppers, and this is going to go in along with the bacon as it's cooking. Also, I'm going to put a little bit of oil in the bottom of this pan to help out with, so all these chopped veggies don't stick. But there's our garlic, and here's going to be our jalapeno peppers. These are fresh from the Brenham garden. I just quarter them, seeds and all go in there. This is some of the good flavor. Woo! I can already smell that these got some spice to them. But that spicy goodness is what makes this good. All right, we're going to put a little bit of oil in here. Not much, just need a little bit to loosen up things a little. You could put onion in here. I'm putting jalapenos and garlic. But this is kind of the harder vegetables. And we're getting that ready. There you go. It smells good. So let's get this chicken broth fully diluted in here. Also, what I like to do while this is cooking, you remember we had all these stalks. Those are going to be not as tender as the leaves, so we're going to pre-cook those a little bit. Got them in there nicely. Look at that. Already looking good. How does it smell? Smelling good. So, continue to get this chicken broth going. There we go. We'll let this cook up. Stir it around some. you go. All right, look at this. It's already starting to cook down a little bit. We got the bacon going, we got garlic going, we got jalapeno peppers going. That's all going to be great flavor. Look at these jalapeno peppers in there. Now what we're going to do is we're going to add all the leaves that we chopped up. So this is the reason this pot's so big. There you go. All of them go in. Look at that, folks. Now there's one that didn't get chopped up. Kind of did, but we'll just pull it apart. Get this in there. Yeah, all right, you hear that cooking in there? Man, it smells really good. Then we're going to take our chicken bouillon. We're going to pour it in. And I'm going to get some more hot water. All right, I've added about 8 cups of water, and I'm going to add some more. This is going to probably take at least 16 cups. I kind of just fill it up where the water gets to whatever height these greens are at. So that's quite a bit of water. That's why you have to add a lot of salt and pepper, because water will definitely dilute your spices. So we're going to put a little bit more chicken bouillon in there. We'll get this where it's this chicken bouillon, along with the spices that we add and the bacon and garlic, will be a lot of the wholesome flavor of our collard greens. All right, let's dump this in there. I'm going to get one more. All right, so this is the 20th cup of water that we're going to add. This might be all. I might have to add a little bit more, but let's look and see where that water level is. So you can see there it is right there. So we got just about all this covered up. So this will cook down and be ready to add spices. So speaking of spices, let's go ahead and add, this is salt. Remember, I have 20 cups of water in here, so we're going to put quite a bit of salt. This is pepper. Quite a bit of pepper as well. Here we have garlic powder. And then we have, since I didn't have any onions, I'm just going to put some onion powder in there. There you go. I have some organic ginger I'm going to put in here. There we go. We're going to let this cook a little bit. We'll taste the broth. If I need more salt, I'll add soy sauce. I'm also going to put some apple cider vinegar. I don't think we're going to have a bitter taste on these collard greens because I've already cooked a batch of them and there was nothing bitter in them at all. So look at that, it's already cooking down. Got plenty of water in there. I'm sitting here looking, I'm probably going to add 4 more cups of water. So this is going to be the 24th cup of water. This is going to be all the water that I'm going to add. So we're going to bring this to a boil at this point, and once it comes to a boil, we'll cover and put it on simmer for about 45 minutes. But this is well on its way to being cooked. So smells really good. Here we go. We've got this boiling now. It came to a boil. And so we're going to go ahead and stir it here a little bit. And then we're going to put this lid on it. But you know what I'm going to do first? I'm going to taste it for seasoning. So we'll just take a little bit of that. Oh yeah, that tastes good already. So we're going to let this ride. We'll boil it for 45, simmer it for 45 minutes. Put this lid on. We're going to turn the temp down. And we'll set a timer for 45 minutes. All right, we've been simmering this for 45 minutes after bringing it to a boil. Remember, about 24 cups of water. There's what the finished product looks like. Smells really good. So, a little soupy, but that's perfect. That's the way I like it. So we're going to do a quick taste test here. Let's see. All right. Let it cool off a little bit. Really good flavor. Taste the jalapenos. Taste the bacon. Very tasty. There you have it. Southern style collard greens.